So this is something that that Melvar has been interested in. The Transformers Legends LG16 Slipstream gets a lift from Unite Warriors 3 Protoform Groove, but it's new photos of Slipstream, and I know that he's excited about that.
Very, very much so. I'm excited for all three of them, but Slipstream is my standout favorite. I love me some Seekers.
Yeah. And let's see here. Is it not here? Yeah, Blackarachnia. Some friends on Facebook were really big on the Blackarachnia photo. She's a little top heavy, if you catch my drift, and that's a little disconcerting. But other than that, that actually looks really good.
Yep.
I don't know what she's pointing to.
Yeah, and the animated mold really doesn't look like it stands, apart from the others. It actually goes together really well.
Surprisingly, yeah. So, and this was posted on Twitter. Hisashi Yuki posted that, and yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, I can't wait till these figures come out. What November?
Something
October.
October. Holy crap!
Okay.
That's 2 months away.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've got those on pre-order as soon as I heard about it. It was like boom.
Yeah,
done.
absolutely. Because Nightbird looks pretty great too.
So this next story really filled my Twitter and Facebook feed, and I don't understand it. And so Don was trying to explain it to me during the pre-show. Transformers coming to Splatoon, the WiiU shooter, features robots in disguise as a focus in the next Splatfest. So what in the heck is Splatoon? Don, you're trying to explain it.
Yeah, the way it's on the Wii, so I don't play it myself because I haven't got the system. Basically, it's like Quicks used to be in the arcades, or basically it's just your team of kids that are squids try to paint more surface area in your arena than the opposing team, I think, under a time limit. So whoever has the most area covered in their colors wins. Of course, you've got all the different power-ups you can get in game, and to cover more area or whatever the case may be. So apparently they're having a Autobot versus Decepticon sub function thing.
So this everybody was talking about this. What's the big deal?
Yeah.
Well, Splatoon is like Amiibo. Sorry, you can't find any of the figures. I picked up one for Fort Max about 2 months ago because my Toys R Us was the last one to have a 3-pack of the figures, and I haven't seen one since then. They're like the Amiibos that they unlock stuff in the game, like weapons or maps, whatever the case may be. So instead of just being characters that you can power up with, they actually give you more content in the game. And you can't find a lot of this stuff.
So there's an action figure component.
Well, it's more like it's just like it is, but it's like Disney Infinity or Skylanders. They're static figures, but they look really good. And they do have the electronics to unlock stuff in the game.
So I have to buy figures to play this game.
Well, you can play. From what I understand, you can play the game with the way you buy it. But if you want the full experience, if you want all the weapons, if you want the extra maps, or all the hidden, whatever the case may be, buying extra figures will give you more stuff to do in the game.
But that's any game today with downloadable content. I mean, with these, at least you're getting a figure to go along with the content. So,
and I've got. Well, let me get a Disney Infinity figure. I've got one right here. Let me get it for you.
While Don's getting that, I'll say I kind of wish that Rob Springer was on so he could tell me why this is so damned exciting.
Yeah, this sounds like one of those things you have to play to get it, because, I mean...
I am buying a Wii U, by the way.
John DeLune is online.
John want to come on?
I don't know. He's online.
Let's find out.
I assume that Splatoon is more for younger kids. The way my stepson kind of explained it to me, he said it's basically Call of Duty for kids.
Now I'm going to hold up two of my favorite figures. I've got a couple of the Disney figures. Like I said, I can't play the game, but the figurines are so well done as far as sculpt and paint work. I like getting them whenever someone comes out. So I've got the Wreck-It Ralph, and you can see, I'm not sure if you can tell, but you've got the flannel plaid on his outfit, his suspenders, his belt, the sculpting on the face, if you can make it out with the glare.
So that's an amiibo?
No,
that's a Skylander.
No, it's Disney Infinity, but it's It's all part of the same concept. And then you've got like Vanellope, who you've got the sprinkles, the bow, the pattern on the outfit. So I mean, you've got a highly detailed quality statuette figure, but it does unlock stuff in the game as well. Versus downloadable content, it's just you get the content and that's it.
So, Don, why am I not surprised that you have a Vanellope von Schweetz?
Wreck-It Ralph is the best video game movie ever.
What about Pixels?
Go watch Movie Bob's review and you'll see why.
John.
Yeah.
You're a gamer.
Mm-hmm.
What about Pixels?
What about it?
It's like the best gaming thing ever, right?
No comment.
Did you see it?
No comment. No. Nobody else did too, apparently.
No, I didn't see it either, so.
No, I think it's like, isn't it like rated one of the worst movies of the year, if not all time?
The only movie rated less than that is the new Fantastic Four.
John, we were talking about this game Splatoon that.
Yeah.
And I don't.
The $1 million tournament.
I don't understand it. Why do people care?
Because it's the only like competitive shooter Nintendo's ever really done. So it's a Nintendo competitive shooter.
Is it really competitive?
It is now.
Oh, so is this basically if this is a shooter from Nintendo, is that like the analog for Smash Brothers being a fighting game from Nintendo?
Yes, and that also has a massive following and lots of money behind it now. So, Nintendo's got a really loyal fan base, and when they they pick their shots really carefully on genres. I mean, it's taken until 2015 to do a shooter, but when they do it, like literally millions of people are like right there waiting for it. So, and Splatoon's not even like great. It's fun. It's good. It's not like a Gears of War, obviously, or a Call of Duty. It's not like polished or even deep. It's very Nintendo-y, and it doesn't warrant $1 million tournament, but it's Nintendo, so what are you going to do,
Yeah. Sadness. But yeah, so I was just wondering why it was such a big deal, because it completely filled my news feed when that news broke. So,
the tournament?
Yeah. No. The Transformers characters.
Oh, yes.
They're not even Transformers characters. They're just...
Yeah, it just looks like a character wearing a Decepticon shirt.
Yeah, it's just, team, just teams and such in trade dress.
Yeah. Let's see here. Because we had a slight break in the action, I'm assuming that my video will not work when I try to cut over to this thing here. No, it's going to. Sweet. So, Diecast, we got that press release today for Robots in Disguise.
Yes.
And that came through. The big news that you thought was interesting was this iOS game thing, or what is it?
Not only that, it's an iOS app that's coming late in August, which it's almost late in August now, but it looks like it's going to have full episodes of Transformers on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the thing I
So did you see my
interesting.
response? You're like, well, I think this is interesting. And it said sent from my iPhone. I responded, I don't think it's that interesting. And then it was like, sent from my Android phone. So we exchanged some emails about this today, trying to figure out what the heck was going on. This also talks about the series finale, or season finale, I guess, of Robots in Disguise happening in September. Is that right?
Yeah, returns in August, and the season finale will be in September.
That's
sometime.
fine.
Which may be the series finale for all we know, but
No, I think it's been confirmed for a second season.
If they confirmed it, but they didn't confirm that it would that they were making a second season, but not that it was actually airing, something like that. That was still up in the air the last I heard. Not that I've been paying close attention to this, because I hate myself for it, but I don't have Cartoon Network. But what I didn't realize until I read this press release, is that the day after it comes out, those are actually available like on Amazon, Google Play, and iTunes. So I need to go and actually buy those. I will, because I want to watch them. Because I've really liked what I've watched of Robots in Disguise. Just I haven't watched nearly enough of it. And one more news item before we jump to third party. Transformers number 45. Don, I think you're probably closest to this one.
Yeah.
Even though you don't read the comic, there's going to be a special cover for Transformers 45, which will be released in October. Why don't you tell us about it?
Yeah, in Greensboro, North Carolina, there's a very old comic book shop called Acme Comics. I've known Jermaine for many years.
Jermaine runs the store.
Jermaine's a manager, and he has been working with, and I'm probably going to mangle the names here, Casey Collier,
yeah.
Casey Collier.
And Joanna Lafuente, thank you. They were working with IDW, and there's going to be an exclusive cover based on the 1986 box art from the back of the Transformer packaging, the Battle for Metroplex. But it's going to be a special cover, only available for 1,000 copies at TFCon, with any leftovers sold on the Acme Comics site. And it's going to be an homage cover to that artwork on the back of the toy boxes. So that's, not many comic stores can get an exclusive cover like that. And I know a lot of people are reading More Than Meets the Eye and Robots in Disguise. So, that's something special to pick up if you're going to be at TFCon or after the fact online.
Yeah, it's really neat, and it's just one of those things that, like you said, not every single comic store can get an exclusive like this. And what people may not realize is that Acme Comics is a pretty big deal when it comes to comic bookstores. It's a Harvey Award winner?
They're nominated. I don't think they've won Eisner, actually.
Eisner, okay.
Is that like a Pilsner? I love Pilsners.
No, it's named after Will Eisner, comic book legend. There's an award that's given out in his honor every year, and it's been nominated several times. I don't know that it's won, but it's a nice store. I didn't realize it was as big a deal as it was when Don and I went there a while back, but it's really interesting that they're doing this retailer incentive. And it's more than a retailer. It's not really a retailer incentive. It's an exclusive. And like Don had mentioned earlier, it's available they're going to have 1,000 of them at TFCon Charlotte in October. And anything left over will be sold on the website. That's really cool.
Yep.
Looking forward to it. So, hey, guess what? So, I don't know how good a job I'm going to do editing this. If you're watching live, you'll know that it's screwed up a couple of times. You know what would fix that? Going to tfradio.net/Amazon and helping us out by buying just whatever you normally buy. If you buy an iPad, if you need an iPad, get an iPad. Get 2. Get 3. That would really help us out. Early Christmas. Just go to our website, go to tfradio.net, and click on the Amazon logo. Right now we have a banner at the top of the page that has Devastator on it, which takes you to Combiner Wars Devastator. If you don't have it, you should just get it through our website. But anything that you get...
Actually, Brian,
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you.
No, I've got a great thing to suggest.
Okay, go ahead.
Because if you like the comic cover we just talked about, they still have in stock the Transformers Legacy, the art of Transformers packaging. So if you're one of those that can appreciate the box art that the cover's based on, check out Transformers Legacy. I have it, Brian. I think you've got it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, you think you've seen this artwork before, and you have, but when you see it on this high quality paper with these high quality reproduction photos, it's art. It literally is a kind of artwork.
And actually, chances are you have not seen all of this artwork.
Oh, definitely, you've not seen all of it. And
that's actually available at tfradio.net/legacy. I actually set up a short URL for that. And the thing is, anytime you buy something through Amazon via our website, it doesn't cost you anymore. Amazon basically, the money that Amazon makes, they shave a little bit off the top and they send it to us to thank us for sending people their way. So it doesn't cost you anymore. It just kind of is like sticking it to Amazon. And I know we talk about this a lot, but really, you help keep us going by doing this. And we don't take ads. We have people offer ads and want to run ads, but I don't really want to do it because I want to be independent. I want to remain independent, and this is a way to do it. So I use Amazon. I figure pretty much everybody on the show does too, and there's a good chance that you do as well. So if you're already buying, just go to our website, tfradio.net, click on the banner, and just get it through there. Doesn't cost you any more. It's pretty awesome. So, jumping to third-party news. So if you're watching the video, I am not going to show this because we've had some technical difficulty, and it's happened when I've switched over. So we'll just have to talk about it. So I'm going to put this into one news item. So DX9 released photos this weekend of a test shot of an upcoming masterpiece scale Galvatron that they're doing, and at the same time, was it Toy World?
No,
X-Transbots.
X-Transbots.
Oh, it was
a couple
X-Transbots.
hours later.
Yes, almost in direct response to this news.
A render from about right at the stomach up of their Not-Galvatron. So this was in direct response because they were like, oh crap, DX9 just dropped a Galvatron on us. That looks to be past prototype stage, because that plastic does not look like the gray resin plastic that we get. This looks like almost like you said, a test shot. An unpainted test shot.
I hate to say it, but so just first and foremost, we talked about a lot of this on the most recent RFC minicast, which was episode 25. It's on the website now. Go and listen to it. We'll go into way more detail there than we will here. But I do want to say, if you're going to get a third-party masterpiece scale Galvatron, are you going to go DX9? Or are you going to go X-Transbots?
DX9 all the way.
If I'm buying one, I know which one I'm getting.
It's DX9.
Yeah.
And X-Transbots, today I saw some people were talking about their Apollyon figure. The second release came out, and there's apparently fixes in that. So
fixes what? You don't need to fix that.
So every time that X-Transbots / KFC releases a figure now, just like with their Not Blaster, Masterpiece Not Blaster, they fix stuff. So if you're buying their first run of figures, don't. You're dumb. You're dumb. You're dumb. You're dumb.
Hey, Diecast, so you've been buying the first release of the figures, haven't you?
Yes, I have, and
So he's speaking from experience.
And you're dumb.
And I'm dumb, and I'm speaking from experience, because the first time I was like, oh, okay, it's a fluke, and then Apollyon was coming out, and they said, oh, the second run's going to be exactly the same as the first. There's going to be nothing different. So if there was any problems with the first, it was going to be there in the second run. No, that's not the case. They fixed stuff in the second run, which is good for the people getting the second run, but the people who have the first run, who spent the money right up front, now have not as good of a figure. So
so people who want those upcoming Scourge and Cyclonus and Galvatrons from X-Transbots, keep that in mind.
Yeah, and it's kind of double-edged sword, because if the first run doesn't do well, they won't have a second run. But I mean, this has to teach them, make it right the first time. Stop this, we'll fix it on the second run stuff. Fix it on the first run, or people are not going to buy your first run, and then there won't be a second run to fix this stuff.
So the thing with X-Transbot, I figure, and that's the same thing as KFC, right?
Yeah, same thing.
So
same factory, it's same.
I think their strategy, going back to some of the stuff that we were talking about this weekend, I think one point I didn't get across, and we were talking about how eventually a third-party company or third-party companies will probably win out. And we said it was going to be the best one. Not necessarily the best one. It's going to be the one that is most profitable. And X-Transbot, KFC, their strategy seems to be get it out first, when at all possible. Or get out a better version better looking version than a previous release. Like Apollyon is better than is better looking anyway than Hegemon. Whether it's a better figure or not.
Yeah, let's make it look right. We'll worry about the QC issues later.
Yeah, and just like with their Ultra Magnus figure, their the Dice Citizen Stack, it's kind of crap. But you know.
And there was a second run of that had fixes.
Yeah, so it's but their strategy is to get it out first. And I've bought their stuff, and you know, for display, it's not bad. But if they're the ones who are selling and DX9 aren't, or somebody else's stuff is not selling, maybe KFC will be the one who maybe they'll win the third-party wars, like Taco Bell won the fast food wars. So, Demolition Man. So,
yeah, I knew what you were talking about.
Good.
Oh, please no.
But so that's more of an aside for the podcast this weekend.
Think of all the money I would save if that were the case.
So Don was talking about how he had the Ghost Pepper griller thing this weekend. He thought it was hot.
Yeah.
The thing is, it is, but it's such a small quantity of the ghost chili stuff in it that it's not really that bad, but it's actually pretty tasty for $1.
Well, for someone who doesn't eat spice, I like flavorful food, just not hot food, like peppers and stuff. So it was hot enough for me.
I can't do hot food either. So let's see here. No, I'm kidding. I almost died once eating hot food.
And this
FYI.
this DX9 Tyrant is going to look excellent next to Carry. If you're picking up their Masterpiece Rodimus Prime, this is, I think, going to look great together.
Yeah, I strongly suggest that you go and listen to our mini cast from this weekend, because we went into great detail about this, and it was a lot of fun. So I listened to it, and it actually wasn't bad. Usually if I'm on something... No. Usually if I'm on something, I'm thinking, oh, well, it's going to suck. But no, I did not suck this up.
Do you listen to everything that you're on?
As of late, yes.
Yeah, that's good practice to do.
Yeah. Okay, so what else do we have? So there's a new Not Megatron, or is this an old new Not Megatron?
No, it's a new Not Megatron from a new company.
Wait, it's X-Transbots.
No,
that's
that
the
was the Galvatron.
I'm sorry, the name got me. This is
Bold
Forms. Gladius.
Yeah, and Bold Forms just released within the past month their Lone Wolf, their G1 Motormaster that was re-engineered to be Combined War compatible.
Is their stuff any good, or do we know?
I've seen one review from a named reviewer, and basically he says that there's some really good ideas in there, but it did need a final pass of QC stuff because there's some issues with flaps not tabbing in anywhere, and it really hurts the overall look of the figure. But
It doesn't look good to me.
To me, this looks better than Hegemon, and it is close to being Apollyon without looking ridiculous. So I actually kind of like the look of it. I don't love it, but I would buy it.
Even though it's Masterpiece size, it doesn't look Masterpiece style to me.
Well, again,
maybe because
it doesn't.
It's trying to be a triple changer, which is weird. I don't.
So looking at the one that's a render, it looks off to me. But the one that's a kit, or that's a test shot, or whatever it is, to me actually looks pretty decent. I wouldn't buy it, but if somebody gave it to me,
I just don't know if going from a torso combiner or a combiner torso that basically was a triple changer that had issues to a even harder triple changer is the way they need to be going. I'm just hoping the learning curve is kicked in for them.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah.
Moving ahead, our last third-party item, GigaPower. There is this second in their third-party Not Dinobots collection.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is their Not Slag.
Yeah.
And this one was kind of a shock to me because I thought GigaPower was going away. I really didn't think they were going to get past their first figure.
Was it any good?
It was okay. It had a couple. People like it. It's big. It would, there was a couple little QC things that I think they can learn from. But there's also been rumors that one of the designers left GigaPower, and it took so long to get that first initial figure out that I really didn't think they were going to be able to put anything else out. Like, it was going to be cost effective for them. But here it is. So, I'll give it to them. I'm shocked. It looks good in robot mode. Dinobot mode, his crown to me looks a little bit weird. But maybe, when it's not in great prototype form, it might look a little bit better.
Yeah. It looks okay.
Yeah. Now, for those people who aren't able to keep track of it visually, maybe listen to it. GigaPower are the people doing the super large Dinobots. The economy size, big ones. The ones, it's like, what was it, like a half again taller than MP10 or something?
Yeah, the photo here has
MP10 almost comes up to not Snarl's shoulders here.
The top of his
or not
head.
Slag's shoulders, yeah.
Yeah, the top of his head almost comes up to the top of the shoulders.
Yeah, so since there's so few Dinobots, I know it's hard to not keep track of everything. But yeah, that's who we're talking about.
The great big ones, yeah.
They're really big. He would be probably at the top of the dino snout horn or whatever. He would probably be close to Ultra Magnus, MP Ultra Magnus, close to it.
That's a lot of Dinobots.
That's a big Dinobot. And again, just my own editorial, but it goes back to, it's kind of ridiculous that we have so many of these things. But.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I'm getting the fans.
Well, the Dinobots are the worst offenders so far. Even beating out the Devastators still. So.
Yeah. Well, Diecast and I are getting the fans toy versions, and I like the fans toy versions. They're the right scale. I know Grimlock's a little short, but you got his platform shoes, and you can make him bigger by setting on some cassettes or whatever. But, the GigaPower to me was just too big.
Well, I mean, that's just if you're going to use your Masterpiece Grimlock in the series. Once their Grimlock comes out, they'll probably fix that.
That's true.
Which is kind of funny that the first, was there not Snarl or Slag? I forgot who came out first.
Slag.
So it's kind of funny that he came with the platform shoes when eventually that Grimlock will just be replaced by their Grimlock. So.
But actually, their Grimlock is not a real far departure. It's kind of a departure from
it is
MP08, and the reason they're doing that is because there's rumors that retailers won't carry it if it's too much like MP08. So it has to be different enough that
for somebody to justify buying it.
Someone that not only did justify buying it, just so retailers can carry it without an issue.
Oh.
So Fans Toys, I think Fans Toys has already said, don't quote me on this, but they said they realized that their Grimlock is not going to be for everyone like the rest of their Dinobots have been. So some people may just stick with the platform shoes and not get that Grimlock.
That may have been that may have been like a preemptive thing in case they couldn't get their Grimlock to market at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also the fact that that's walking a fine tightrope is if you get too far away from the... Because see, with Masterpiece Grimlock, basically it takes your G1 transformation. It adds some to it to differentiate it, but not so much as you can't say, hey, this thing is a Masterpiece Grimlock. If you get too far away from that, your whole Dinobot aesthetic kind of just doesn't work for that.
Oh yeah, that is the closest transformation to the G1 toy that we've had by far.
Yeah, so I mean, if their Grimlock even if a robot mode looks good and dinosaur mode looks good, if the transformation is so radically different to not even look like Grimlock, and that may hurt them right there too.